one. You get its attention. And then do your best to grab its nose. And you're gonna want to spear right behind the big eye. And as he points to the hole he made on the last one,
there's a small eye.
And he'll just stop talking and he'll just look over at Samson with this like, are you serious look?
Are you serious, man who has never encountered fish?
Well, T doesn't know that.
He just points at the fish that's put in the dock with its big eye in the hole. It's got two big eyes on the sides of its head and there's a hole behind the eye.
Well, he said through the big eye.
Bless
I thought that meant there would be one big eye and one small eye.
It did imply that,
like
yeah.
Finding Nemo.
Yes, but you asked the question before, looking at the fish.
Of course.
Hence, in context...
Shoot first, ask later.
Yeah, hence in context, it was kind of a bit of a dumb question.
Yes.
Hey, if that's what you were going for, more power to you.
Of course.
Anyway,
Himbo
you're
rogue,
gonna
himbo rogue.
stab it right through the skull, and then you can use the ends of the spear to tow it behind you back up. You got fur. You should be safe from any smoke biters. You caught that fish yet, boy?
Let me check. Did the line pull at all yet?
No.
Then I was just gonna look at him and go, no.
Well, what are you waiting for? Catch a fish.
Is it up to me?
Yes. You gotta feel the fish. Draw them to the hook. And at that, he's just gonna pull up a fish. See, like this. Catch a fish.
This guy just turns out to be some, like, fish sorcerer.
Samson's just gonna look at the, look at the rod for a second, just, wiggle around and be like, I'm a hook, I'm so yummy looking. Please, fish. Just to himself. Look, is this how it's done?
He's just gonna say that in his head.
No, to himself.
Oh, okay.
Mumble it under his breath. Fiala could probably hear him.
Little do we know, this guy is a master of sea sorcery.
You start hearing a snicker inside your head.
Shut up in there.
No. Catch the fish.
I live here now.
Catch the fish, Merrymaker. Come on, do it. Do it. And
Wait,
you genuinely feel like somebody's poking you in the side of the head.
You know, if I knew that I was gonna be listening to you 24/7, I never would have accepted this.
You say that out loud or in your head?
boy.
In my head.
Oh, I'm just having
Alright,
a
deal
bit of
well.
fun. What? I don't get some rest and relaxation?
No.
You don't do anything.
I'm doing something right now.
Oh yeah, let me guess. Is it like pouring a cup of coffee for yourself and putting your legs up?
You could say that, and we'll go over to Zanzibar, and he's just like floating over what's left of the cult town of Zanzibar.
So am I seeing that in my head?
No. The camera is just literally panned. Yeah, you could say something like that. He's just gonna create a fireball at an unknown level, and then just drop it onto the town. Samson does not hear the ensuing explosion.
Wait, did the fisherman hand us an unbaited line?
There was bait on it when he handed it to you. He just
Okay.
didn't mention it.
Alright.
Oh, I've actually been wondering that.
Because it would have been so funny if we're sitting here waiting for a bite and it's like, you never baited the line. But yeah,
You could
that
say
was
that
good.
I'm doing a bit of cleanup. I'm cleaning, you know? That thing that people are supposed to do.
Yeah, Nim's
Yeah.
learning how to do that.
That
Real
everyone
well.
should know how to do at a very young age, that everyone in this party knows how to do.
Speaking
Every-
of cleaning, Nim, roll me performance.
Okay.
It is revealed that the party doesn't know how to clean, swim,
Okay.
or go to bed at a reasonable time.
Mopping
Hey.
is proving to be especially difficult for you.
Yeah, mops are heavy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're rough and coarse and they get everywhere.
I think the song died, DJ.
That's weird. I put it on loop.
Yeah, just try repeat single.
Nim's inability to mop properly made the song cry.
Yeah. Do your magic, DJ. Technically, the queue is empty, so you're gonna have to put the song back in and then.
I
repeat it.
literally am doing the things you told me to do.
Well, now you gotta repeat it.
I am figuring out how this works right as we're playing.
You've never used,
Yay, both Samson and Rebel are learning.
You've never used Frederick before or Fredboat before?
No.
Oh. A little surprised.
Why?
Because pretty much every server I've ever been to uses that bot because it is literally the most popular music bot. That besides Groovy.
I literally didn't even use Rhythmbot until like 2 months ago, and I think I've used it once.
Yeah, it was for a meme.
Surprising because I never see anybody use Rhythmbot.
I don't use these DJ bots. If I want to listen to music, I just boot up YouTube on my browser.
Anyway, semantics aside, fishing.
Glub glub fish.
So yeah, Samson is getting mentally poked in the side of the head. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm doing cleaning. What are you doing? It's certainly not catching fish.
Is
Man,
there a
Samson
way to
makes
turn you
great-
off?
Haha! No!
This is it. This is gonna be the rest of my life.
Yep.
Your long, long life.
And I'm not allowed to die?
No!
Just catch your fish, fish boy.
No, this is all happening in
No, I
Samson's
know.
head.
That's me.
By the way, you're about to get a bite. And as soon as he says that, the line just goes from straight to looking like it's about to snap.
I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna pull with all of my might.
Roll strength.
Roll me. Yeah, you know what? Roll me. She's got a good idea. Roll me a strength.
Probably be
Save.
athletic, right?
Save. A strength save.
That makes sense.
It does make sense. You manage to not lose the line, but you are standing on the dock struggling. Hey, come on, boy. Pull it in. What are you waiting for?
I'm pulling.
And he looks back
Would
at
it be like
Kiala.
in athletics or something to start pulling it in?
Oh, there's no reel. There's just a line and a stick.
No, I mean like for Samson to just start struggling
Just yoink.
You know, it'd
to
be
like
so
pull
funny
it in.
Yeah, you could do athletics to keep your posture.
if this happened.
Yay!
You're managing to keep your posture. And you're doing it well.
The shoe of Zanzibar.
Yeah. But I hope this is what happened.
Woohoo.
You got anything you want to act out on that number, or you just want it to go?
I mean, like if it's just a stick with a line and a hook, Samson's just gonna try and be like I guess he's walking backwards?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so it would just be like a contest between me and this fish.
Man versus nature.
I don't know how, like, Samson's just walking back, struggling with the line.
Come on, boy, just yank it up. Put them muscles into it.
You water swimming bastard, get over here!
Want to roll me another strength?
Hurrah!
Round 2?
Sure. Athletic?
If you need, yell like a spirit so it stops fighting back.
I don't know, I feel like strength would be more the thing, because you're literally
Well-
fighting against the fish's muscles.
Well, yeah, that's what athletics is. It's a contest of things.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what it's for. Like, climbing something that's tough is athletics because it requires the use of your muscles. Like,
Your
you can be
bold
strong,
muscles.
but being strong doesn't just make you an athlete. You know?
Yeah, it makes you a god.
No.
Alright, round 2 athletics.
Let's go.
Yay.
You continue to pull it. Want to go for round 3?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
God, how strong is this fish?
Uh-oh, I'm weakening.
It's a hell of a fish.
He's starting to slip across the dock. And the fisherman's just sitting there laughing at you. Come on, just yank him in!
I'm gonna give it my all. Damn it. Samson is still wounded from this morning.
Let's see if you can get through round 6. Come on, final round!
Let's go.
You heave and you ho! And
The world explodes?
Yeah.
no, the water breaches. And a 100-pound fish comes flapping out of the water and onto the dock. Do you catch it or do you let it just hit the dock?
I want to catch it in my arms.
I thought you were gonna say it in my mouth.
It
You're
was
gonna
crush-
catch it in your arms? You think that'd still be athletics?
It's in a flying 100-pound fish.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you thinking? Because I'm thinking one of the saves.
Well, the save would make sure I don't get hit by it.
So
If I'm actually actively trying to do something, it would be one of my skills, wouldn't
Oh,
it?
well, yeah, no, that's fair. Strength.
We'll go for, athletics or sleight of hand? I don't think it'd be a sleight of hand.
Yeah, it's definitely not a sleight
The
of hand.
opposite of a sleight of
It's
hand.
either gonna be an athletics or strength.
It's a very
Well,
big of hand.
But this is less of a
Athletics is-
contest at this point and more just catching an item.
I'd still say it'd be athletics. 'Cause you never really roll the stats by themselves. Kinda not what they're there for.
Fair enough.
Let's go.
You catch your fish.
Woo!
Now make a strength saving throw to not drop your fish.
Shut up. Go clean.
It isn't a 100-pound fish.
Samson
not a
can
light-
carry 100 pounds.
They're making a point. Yeah, but then
Samson
you
can carry.
Can you
Samson
carry
can
100
carry
extra
100
pounds? On
I
top of everything
believe-
else.
I believe I actually can. Hold on.
Check your,
There's also a
check-
difference, though, between, like, what you can carry by, like, strapping it to yourself and what you can hold in your arms.
Samson can definitely lift 100 pounds.
Yeah, shirtless Samson does prove that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how that works.
You're right. Samson takes his shirt off first before he grabs the fish.
Samson like pulls it up as it goes flying, just like rips his shirt off like in an anime.
Yeah, you just see like it's flooded.
Just flexes his shirt off. Just.
Sounds like I'm the one who has to go in the water, you idiot.
Yeah.
So anyway, you catch your fish, you wobble a bit, but you have a
And then
100
throw it in the bag of holding.
You have a 100-pound unnamed fish in your arms.
Alright, I throw it in the bag of holding.
I thought you were gonna give it to the Fisher guy.
I didn't agree to that.
You should probably make sure it's dead.
It'll
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, but we
You
don't want it
to stuff.
flopping around more.
You were trying to stuff a 100-pound wiggling, writhing fish into a bag of holding.
Well, I assume if it's like a tuna, I can just shove it head first. What's it gonna do, climb out?
What's it gonna do? Slap you upside the head with that tail?
That's just every day on Zanzibar. I'm used to it.
Woo.
I don't think you know how strong tuna are.
Tuna are very strong. Samson are very strong.
Samson
stronger.
are not
Samson or
stronger than tuna.
Oh yeah? Then how come Samson won and Tuna lost?
Because dice rolls let you do stupid shit.
No. You let me do stupid shit. The dice tell you whether it works or not.
Yeah. Oh, fine. We'll let the dice decide. It's not an
All right.
athletics check for stuffing a fish in a bag. Let me tell you that
Alright,
much.
sleight of hand.
I. I don't know about that one.
Can I use persuasion?
Shell, what do you think it should be?
Hey, fish. How's it
Hey.
be?
Hey, fish, get in the
It'd
bag.
be so much easier if you just tried to kill the fish first.
With what? It was like
A
snap its
dagger.
neck with my
Literally
bare hands?
anything.
Fucking a dagger, your fist, a
The hilt
spear.
of your
Start
gun.
punching the fish.
Yeah,
Yes.
oh yeah, I'll just fucking start giving it a noogie.
You have a fucking gun?
I'm not wasting a bullet on this thing.
Dude, just take out a dagger.
Fine, I'll take out a dagger because apparently holding a fish with one arm is easier than holding it with two.
Drop it on the dock!
No!
Off away!
Ed! Just
It'll roll in.
no,
It'll
it
roll back in the
won't!
water. Samson thinks it will. He doesn't know how this shit works.
Samson's adorable.
You're not gonna stuff a 100-pound writhing, raging fish into a bag of holding. There's no way you can convince me that that's gonna fucking work.
It's grappled. It has no movement speed.
You're right. It can't move anywhere because it's a fish out of water. It can still take your fucking head off with its tail. You ever been smacked by a fish? A salmon hurts. A 100-pound tuna? That's gonna leave you with a permanent kink in your neck.
New scar. Woo.
New scar.
Yeah, woo! A new
Listen,
look
as
on
soon
life.
as listen, it's a fucking bag of holding. That guy's gonna go down like a Mario warp pipe.
Fine. I guess do me athletics a disadvantage to cram this living fish into a bag of holding.
Let's go.
Fuck my life. You managed to cram this writhing, wriggling fish in a bag of holding. This
Yeah.
display looks absolutely stupid, but you managed to do it anyway. The fisherman is genuinely wondering why you didn't just, beat it over the head with something, like most people would. things. Probably that it's just par for the course.
She's wondering what's going on behind her because she's focused on stabbing fish, jumping, and retrieving fish.
Oh, did you jump into the water?
I mean, I was waiting for this whole shenanigan to happen.
Oh. Well, yeah, you want to start diving in for your fish?
Yeah.
High is like the end of the pier to the water.
What?
How high is the end of the pier to the water?
I'd say... I don't know, maybe a good... Let's see. Oh, I have to actually be typing in order for that to work, don't I? 9 feet from where you're standing.
Alright, you have fun jumping back on the pier then.
He did say catch the fish, tow it back to shore.
Well, she said she was jumping in and out of the water.
Yeah, I know, I caught that.
So there's gotta be like a thing to climb though, right? Like something has to be holding the pier up.
Yeah, you could climb one of the beams.
Wouldn't they be like really wet and slippery?
Yeah.
She's
Still
got
as a kid,
claws.
claws.
I mean, the water's relatively shallow, but it's not like you're at the end of the pier, because those piers are the length of the Umber Rose, which is 160 feet.
Yeah, I mean it better be sufficiently deep because she's diving into it.
It is sufficiently deep. 160 feet out from shore is pretty deep.
Look, I caught a fish! This is fun. You do this every day?
Yeah. Why didn't you just kill it?
Is that what you're supposed to do?
And he just... Wait, did you dive in already?
Yeah, while this whole thing has been going on, she's been working on whichever steps need to be taken in order to fish.
Yeah, so I'm guessing you dived in and you're looking for the fish now?
I mean, wait, you're not throwing it from above?
No, you gotta dive in to see the fish, and then you stab it behind the eye once you grab the nose. Remember the thing he said?
Yeah, I just thought he was nuts. Because it's a really weird way to spearfish, but yeah, I guess she will try that out.
Welcome to Zanzibar!
Everybody's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, throwing the spear doesn't do anything if it's just gonna hit the bottom of the floor.
Well, yeah, you aim it.
What? You're like 10 feet away.
Yeah, fish!
You think the fish are 10 feet away?
I think that the whole point of spearfishing is to throw the spear from above so that you can actually throw.
Yeah, but spearfishing in the ocean's not like the best. Unless it's got like something tied to it.
Pier fishing!
Pier fishing, no S.
The S stands for throw.
But yeah, she's swimming around, I guess, then. Wait, I should probably mention, she did take the coat off. Which is probably the first time anyone has seen her without that thing on.
Your coat is now lying on the dock.
Yeah, it's folded up nicely.
Yes, it's folded up nicely. It is undefended. It is lying on the dock.
I throw that in the bag hole.
Does Samson actually laugh?
No, I as a player did.
Oh, okay. Making sure.
I throw it in the bag of holding.
You gonna recast your line?
Yeah. Samson's
Oh
gonna.
gosh.
Well, Samson's still looking at him. It's like, I'm supposed to kill it?
Yes!
and he'll cast out the lie, but he'll have his knife out this time.
And Fisherman will rebait his line and cast back out.
I'm going to cast out mimicking whatever Hyala did.
Sammy C. Sammy D.
Roll me performance.
Okay.
Nim, you also roll me performance.
Okay.
Damn it.
Oh
I'll take
boy.
what I got.
Okay, wait. No, can this be like making soup and so it's perfectly tasteless?
No, I was gonna say that you have really managed to not wrap your head around the concept of mopping.
You broke the mop.
Nim sets the mop on fire without casting any spells and is very
She forgets to wet it and just like rubs it so fast against the floor that it just ignites.
Granny Zin is also very confused, but she douses the mop quickly by throwing a bucket of water at you and the mop. Or rather, the bucket of, well, soapy water at you and the mop. You are now drenched.
In mop water.
I can't make like a dex save to dodge.
No. If I couldn't, you sure as hell couldn't.
Also, I would assume that Nim would try to like put out the fire and would not stand there like, what? Actually, no, better yet, Nim can put out the fire with prestidigitation. It can light and put out fires.
But you still get a bucket of water dumped on you.
I mean,
You don't do it fast enough.
You said you were confused, so I think Zan grabbing the bucket of water and throwing at you is a little quicker than you being like, why is it on fire? Maybe I should put it out.
Why is it on?
It's pretty much like, how did I'm wet now.
How dirty was the water?
Soapy. It wasn't like you were mopping with black water because, well, you're really bad at mopping. You're not managing to put the dirt in the bucket. You're managing to just put the soap on the floor. Anyway, back to Samson. You managed to loosely mimic what Hyala did. And to Hyala, roll me perception.
Good. Been doing great with those. Yep, that's like my 4th 8.
Everything's coming up 8s. The 8 represents the eyes you currently don't have.
Okay.
So you're continuing to look for your fish, but the water is making you feel a little more awake, so your next roll will just be normal.
Cool.
If only to save you from your streak of 8s.
The next roll is going to be 2 8s. Just watch.
Honestly, if that happens, it's gonna be the greatest thing in the universe. The fisherman's line pulls down, he pulls up, and another fish comes out of the water. Samson, you are sitting there. Waiting.
That is how most
Man,
line
even
fishing
my
works.
characters are stuck playing gotcha games.
Pray to Gambler. Let's see if you can.
So...
Yeah, Yala, you can roll me perception. Samson, roll me a fate.
Real quick question. Do fish count as beasts?
Yeah.
Yay.
Right. Spike.
I mean, it's more
Spike
than an
is
8.
what you'd call that.
Samson, you feel a light tug on your line. Jella! You still don't see a fish, but you're moving around plenty good.
Yeah. So, because I have advantage on checks to track my favorite enemies, which would include fish. Can Hyala like look around specifically to track where the fish are? Because she apparently doesn't see any in the nearby area.
Yes, but that'll be your next roll.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna make a nice big old tug on the line.
You tug on the line. You got
There's a
yourself
trailer
a
by my
fish
church.
there?
Oh, I got something.
Something is right. As he pulls up his line and pulls up another decently sized 20-pound fish.
Alright, I guess I keep pulling.
Yeah, athletics at advantage.
Let's go.
You pull up the line and something comes shooting out of the water. Do you catch it?
Yes.
What was the last
It's a
roll we
shoe.
used for catching it?
Athletic.
Roll me athletics.
Samson pulled a gun out of the water.
Advantage.
22.
You put your hands up, and this mass comes shooting at you. And as it hits your hands, it just starts to break apart, and you get plastered with seaweed and other oceanic vegetation.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Actually, seaweed has a lot of nutritional properties, so
Yeah.
Nim's not there, so none of this is ever said.
What the heck is this? Is this a fish?
Yes.
No, you dude! That's the seagrass of Zanzibar.
I hate
Solid,
everything.
goofy, and doesn't have many uses, but it sure looks good on someone who thinks they caught a fish. As he
Can you eat
casts
it?
his line out. I mean, you can try. Casts his line out again.
Bag of holding.
Bag of holding. Roll me a D5 to see how many pounds you start stuffing in there. 5 pounds of the seagrass of Zanzibar. You start stuffing it into the bag, and you see the tail of the fish starting to come out and wiggling around against your hand as you're trying to stuff seagrass in there.
Hey, you get back in there, damn it. How long would you say it's been since I put that thing in there?
20 seconds maybe?
Good.
30? How long is it supposed to... I mean, what's the time frame for something suffocating in a bag of holding?
One creature has 10 minutes of oxygen.
Plus, it's times its charisma modifier, right?
Do you
No.
think fish have charisma?
Yeah, well, they have
Also,
nectar,
like-
means it takes less time.
Also,
Also, how does that
Also,
work for something
that's
that
oxygen.
doesn't breathe air?
well, that means it's already suffocating.
Yeah.
Well, since...
It's just kind of wiggling around in a dark void. It just got hit with some seaweed.
So, yeah, you stuff the seagrass in there. You go out to cast? Gonna-
Yeah.
Just gonna cast your line back out there?
Yes.
Alrighty. Roll me performance.
Hold on.
Jella, you too, roll me whatever it is your tracking roll is.
Survival.
that an advantage?
It is.
You see the silhouette. A silhouette similar to what was put in the docks. Do you get its attention?
She do.
Koi!
The silhouette suddenly becomes slimmer, and as you see, it shoots at you.
Nice.
What would it be to grab it by the nose? I'm thinking athletics?
I think so.
Maybe, like, help with the fact that she can just kind of stab her, like, hand into it?
Yeah,
No.
she's got claws
She's
to
got
grip
claws?
it better.
Oh, try and grip it by the side, grab it by the nose.
I mean, she was told to grab it by the nose, so...
And what roll should this be? Or rather, what roll are we going to agree upon?
I think...
Your song
think it
died
was the
again. Your
episode.
song's doing real good at staying in the bot.
The bot doesn't like YouTube. It's scarred from the last time. Something went wrong. The bot sucks.
That is something.
Something went wrong.
Meanwhile, like, this happy music's playing and Yala's, like, facing off against Moby Dick.
Woo! Deathmatch with a fish!
That
Yeah,
tangy
what
quote,
they
I'll
were-
have you know, this is the strangest thing I've ever done!
Well, if you're doing a grapple or something similar, then it would be athletics.
Should I roll?
Yeah, roll athletics. I'm sorry, I was reading something. You managed to grab it by the nose.
For the fruity taste that shows.
And are taken along with it.
Gonna stab the hoe.
Kill the hoe!
Beat!
Beach! Roll me an attack roll against it.
You should use your thingy to get a D8.
What?
Do you have a thing for a spear?
I can make one.
You
Isn't
can just
finesse,
put one in.
no, isn't spear finesse weapon, so you're proficient in it?
I don't think so.
Ah. Well, if you don't, you the thing for spear is 1d8, I believe. No, 1d6 piercing, plus your... What modifier is it?
If you go to items, you can just, under the compendium, you could just go to spear and put it and drag it onto your character sheet, and it'll give you everything you need.
I don't want to figure out how to do that. I'm just gonna add it manually.
It's literally easier than adding it manually.
No, I have to go find the compendium and then do a bunch of...
It's right there. It's the thing that says compendium.
What?
It's next to the journals. It's the thing that has a little eye on it.
It's the eye, it's the circle eye.
Yeah. You go there, you go under items, it lists just about every item and weapon, spear, and then you throw it in your character sheet, and it'll give you everything.
And you drag it?
Yep, just drag it onto your character sheet.
Okay, hold on. I have to figure out how to delete what I just put in. Boop. And trash. And that. Spayar. Ah! Ah! Ah!
What?
I don't think anything happened.
If you did drag it on, it'll be in your weapons at the bottom.
Yeah, I know where weapons go. It doesn't
Well,
appear.
Oh, dang, really?
There it is. Hold on. Oh gosh, now I have more than one of them.
Oh god,
Oh,
it's
I
all
see.
falling apart! Ah!
Wind spears.
No, never mind. It's just because it has the one-handed and the two-handed versions.
Yeah.
Samson casts his rod again.
A lot better this time.
Yeah.
And is it finesse?
Is it finesse?
The spear, I don't believe so.
Oh,
It doesn't seem like a very finessey kind of weapon.
Nope.
I don't know, you can do some fun spear twirling.
Stab,
Yeah.
poke. I mean, yeah, but those are finesse, but those aren't really useful in combat.
Like that.
Nice.
Roll me another fate, Samson.
Okay.
So, you feel your line catch on something.
Same as before. Yank!
And the line goes taut, and the rod stops moving as you go to pull up on it.
I don't know what the heck happened.
Got yourself a fish there?
I think nothing's happening. Just gonna keep yanking at it.
Ah, well, pull it up. Let's go. Catch your fish.
If what I think is happening, Hyala would not be diving where the hook is.
Alright, I'm gonna yank.
I'm glad I was not the only one thinking that, I will say.
That'd be really fucking funny.
Yeah, she knows to avoid the hook in the water. Even though clearly that's where the fish are biting.
Yeah, but, only athletics at disadvantage.
Oh no!
You continue to keep pulling. And the line is stretching, tauter and tauter. Come on, what are you aiming for? Pull it up.
I need a little help with this one.
Nah, you're strong, boy. You got it. He pulls
Pulling
up
a
another
baby
fish.
Hydrask.
Alright, one more yank.
Disadvantage.
Dang.
The rod's really bending and you're really pulling. And as you start digging your heels and the string starts to compress back and you start sliding closer to the edge. Oh, come on, you tell me you can't pull up a little fish?
I don't think this is a little fish. Come on, Samson. You can do this.
And roll me fate.
Oh!
Cool.
Baby
You're gonna
Hydrask.
give you one more heave-ho. You're allowed to act out your heave-ho.
So Samson is going to, like, as he's being pulled, he is going to try and, like, 180 throw his body back and, like, try to work the rod forward as opposed to trying to push it back. Like, pull it back.
You start pulling the tendon line and you march your feet forward, pulling in and stretching thinner and thinner. And then the line starts to decompress and the rod pulls from behind you. You still hold on to it and Samson goes into the water.
There's a
Boing.
gif of that I posted like 20 minutes ago.
Basically, with all the comedic effect of boing, Kadoosh!
Just, oh no.
Samson is in the water. Yellow! Did you roll? No, you didn't. Roll. Oh, you did roll that spear. That hits!
Yes,
Not like a while ago.
That hits. Roll damage.
What damage?
Yeah, you're fighting a fish.
You're fighting a fish.
But then where does Samson just get to catch the thing?
Because he's...
'Cause I'm not stabbing the fish.
Yeah, you're stabbing
I
the
literally
fish.
didn't attack the fish.
Yeah, you're using a weapon. You're doing what you're supposed to. Samson, and Samson's also in the water. So, in Hyala's little Hyala vision, you successfully stab the fish through the head. It goes limp, and now you are free to drag it with you back to shore.
Cool. I mean, she's gonna try and just like tie it over her shoulder and just hike
Keep
herself
going.
up the side of the pier.
I mean,
Samson is
the pure-
freaking out in the water.
the pier poles are definitely going to be too slippery for you to pull that. Because they're all caked and grimy and, you know, the pier poles.
Barnacles.
Yeah, that too. And for my own sake, I'd rather not think of all the different ways that you'd be disadvantaged at that, so...
Okay, well then,
I've got Samson here to give me all of that right now.
yeah, I mean, before she goes back, she's gonna try and catch something else. It's such a waste of time to have to lug it all the way back to shore.
I mean, it's
So she'll still just sort of tie it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's easily a 300-pound fish.
And you're also sleep deprived.
And we're in the water.
Yeah, hey, I'm not gonna tell you how to do.
If she
Try
can't
it.
catch anything before it comes up again,
Fair enough.
she'll go. But like,
So, Samson, what are you doing?
Struggling in the water.
Struggling in the water?
Definitely freaking out.
Wanna act it out a little bit?
Help! Help! I can't swim!
Come on, boy! Pull that fish up! What are you
Yeah.
doing?
Help!
I
Oh,
don't know what swimming is.
you don't have a fish? That's all you have, fish. You told me you have a fish.
yeah, if you don't have a fish, don't bother.
Hey, he'll pull his line up. No fish. Spill the bait on it. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to go get that fish myself. Woo-hoo! And he just swan dives in. Swims over to Samson. Swims past Samson. Grabs the rod. Dives down. Follows the rod. Unhitches it from a rock at the bottom of the seabed. Brings the rod back up with them. Comes over to Samson, swims next to him. So, you got that fish in, bud? Is Eddie there?
Samson's round.
Rebel?
Oh, damn, Eddie's dead. The fisherman will grab Samson, but we're gonna pause on the story there because Samson's not there. Oh, you're back!
You Please don't spit it on your computer.
I'm pretty sure it's the voice changer.
That's not. I think he actually put water in his mouth. That's why he was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So as Samson's glibbling and gobbling, the master fishing guru of Zanzibar will grab him in his free arm and bring him back to the surface. And as they both resurface, hey boy, you got that fish, right? Where's the fish? Man, if you wanted to go spear fishing so bad, you should told me I will give you a spear, boy.
You did give him a spear.
Why,
He immediately traded it.
why the hell are all of you on this island so goddamn crazy?
you see all his stereotypical mishing teeth smile. So you wanna go back to land, or you wanna go fish?
I'm never getting in a body of water, so help me. Ever again.
Well, you're still in a body of water.
Get me the hell out of here!
You sure about it?
Get me back on land!
What about that fish, Mom? What about that fish? You gotta get your fish, right?
Fight me!
Don't say that.
All you have to
This
do is
guy
leave
seems
you.
just crazy enough to take that request literally.
At Samson's bite me comment, the fisherman lets go of Samson.
Hold on.
Wait, no, can you not just latch on to him?
You're gonna feel the fisherman's hand reach around to the back of your clothing, but then it's just gonna leave, and all of a sudden you're gonna feel a tug on the back of your shirt and cape. And then you start moving through the water. No,
This isn't helping.
Nim, roll me performance. Jay?
Oh, me? I didn't know you were talking to me.
Yeah,
You are in
roll
fact
me
the person who
performance.
plays Nim.
Player of Nim. Roll Nim.
After many more burnt mops and many more mishaps, you have started to understand how mopping works.
I really want it to be in that one. It's like you just set Granny Zan's cottage on fire.
Yay.
That would honestly probably get her smacked.
I would hope
Oh no.
You just don't want to be the only one getting hit.
Yes.
Have you tried not doing things worth getting hit over?
And
Yeah.
Yes. And it doesn't work.
I mean, it worked for Yala.
it works for Yella. Yella's never been hit outside of combat.
Yeah, I was speaking specifically with Granny Zan because she shows an excessive amount of respect.
Samson tried showing respect and all it did was get him hit.
That's because you can't show respect without it seeming sarcastic.
She has
It's not my fault that every crazy old person thinks Samson being respectful is, like, disrespectful.
Yeah, it's Samson's fault.
Yeah, it's Samson's fault. It's not your fault. Anyway,
Why is
Nim
everyone
finally
mean to
starts-
Samson?
As Nim finally starts to get the hang of mopping, she is rewarded with a bonbon from Granny Zan.
Wow.
There you go, sweetie! Have a bonbon! And she starts patting Nim on the head.
Thank you.
I wonder if that rapscallion's getting into trouble.
Would you like me to check?
He's getting into something.
No! You've got to learn how to wash windows now! And she just tosses a wet sponge into your hand and gives you a bucket full of soapy water.
No, wait, I have a thing about sponges. Let me see what my notes say.
Nim hates sponges. She will light
No.
any sponge she holds on fire. Yeah, are you gonna roll
Nope,
run
never mind.
survival to try and find a smaller fish to catch?
Sure. If I can read. Survival. Oh, it's the bottom one.
Would that be an advantage?
If I'm still tracking a fish that's still a beast, then yes.
Alright. You managed to find one, and you managed to creep up close to it. Roll me an attack. With
The spear
yeah,
again?
with spare. You can do two-handed this time you want because you have the other fish tied on your back.
Yeah, and she didn't grab it this time. Well, that sucked.
you thrust and you miss.
Right.
It swims away. However,
It left Yellow's range. Does he get an attack of opportunity?
No. However, as you continue to swim toward shore looking for another fish to catch, you hear a massive amount of movement under the water, as well as you can, being underwater.
Is this me sensing the disturbance of Samson flailing like an idiot?
Maybe.
Yeah, she's gonna turn towards it because it's probably scaring the fish away. Yeah, she looks out towards
So roll
the
me a normal perception, because you're still being woken up by the chilliness. There we go.
There's my perception rolls.
You managed to make out the loose silhouette. You almost think it's a seal. And behind it, there is a writhing mass just kicking around the mucky grime in the water.
She's gonna go swim over.
You're gonna swim over?
Yeah, I mean, she's probably needs to pop up for air at some point, so she's gonna pop up for air and go back down.
Alright. So as you draw closer, you begin to hear the underwater muffled sounds of a mysterious creature. Mysterious creature, would you like to act that?
Doesn't sound like anyone important. Yeah, she'll, Wow, that's an extended girdle.
That is an extended flail.
At this point, the flailing is probably getting less and less.
No.
Yeah, no, she's...
You are not fully drowning. Do not worry.
Are you sure, considering how much he's been freaking out?
Yeah, he seems a little bit drowning.
You've been going... I mean, you have been getting resurfaced every couple of seconds because you're getting tugged and jerked.
And that doesn't make it any less panic-inducing. That probably makes it more panic-inducing.
Well, you're still managing to get air and you're not drowning, so deal with it.
Sit there and kind of drown.
Sit there and live, damn it.
Unless you want to start making constitution saves.
Oh yeah, I'm amazing at those.
Exactly. So stop. The fisherman manages to pull himself to walk up onto shore, takes the rod in his hands properly, and just heaves with great force. Yellow, you're still watching?
What? She was going to go over and grab him.
So yeah. Yellow's basically following at this point.
Yeah, no, she's gonna like swim up under his arm and just like bring him upwards.
Well, okay. So you
Unless
pull
Fisher
him
Guy
up-
decides to hit her with a stick.
You pull him up to the surface, right?
Yeah, that is where you can breathe.
Yeah, and as you pull him up to the surface, that's when you can see that the fisherman's standing on the beach about to heave the rod. The A and B plots are merging into one timeline. Well, what do you do as you see he's about to jerk this rod with all his might?
No one? Okay.
I'm not laughing at that with you.
I mean,
You're on your own for that one.
I got distracted.
I so badly wanted to, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I've kind of trained myself not to laugh at that shit in front of you, in front of, Eddie. No, I don't give a damn. But like you and
True.
Shay don't know long enough, haven't known long enough, so I didn't realize that was something we found funny.
Pee pee poo poo.
Just know, I also do find those things funny.
I don't. I just laugh ironically because I'm immature.
Ah, well, I've been marked then. I'm sorry.
You outed yourself, fool! Haha!
I just didn't want Jade to feel like everybody was judging her. Instead, now everyone's judging me.
I'm still judging Jade, don't worry.
I'm still very lost.
My judgment on you is passed ages ago.
Who, me or Shay?
You.
Don't worry, my judgment of you also sailed.
We're in
Anyway,
agreement.
so drowning.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Almost drowning.
the fish is about to be pulled in. What does Ciala do?
Wait, what?
He's about to
Oh.
jerk the rod up. Are you going to just hold on to Samson? Are you going to swim next to Samson? You see what's about to happen. What you do?
Yeah, she's holding Samson, so she's gonna move away from whatever he's about to throw at us.
Alright, he's not about to throw anything, but anyway. So he puts the rod down, pulls the rod up, and you just see Samson get pulled out of the water and into the air.
Does he catch me?
Samson, do you want to act that out? I'll act out the catch, but...
Samson's flailing from the ocean and just suddenly finds himself yoinked somewhere in the air. And he's just gonna try and land without getting hurt.
No, like, oh my god!
He was literally had water in his mouth this
Yeah.
whole time.
His lungs are occupied.
You are caught by a set of strong hands, and you are held daintily in the arms of Master Fisherman.
Oh, my hero!
Woo! I caught me a big one! And he just hoists
So I
you
was gonna
over
say,
top of
call
his
me
head.
a wife.
He just hoists you over top of his head and holds you up. Woo! Biggest fish of the day!
Let me down! Let me down!
Well, if you say so, and he's just gonna drop you.
Oh my god.
That's more than fine.
You just into the sand.
Oh, sand, I miss you.
So did you catch that fishy, bud? Where's the
I'm
fish?
Officially retiring from fishing.
Haha, officially.
Aw, but you only put bait on your hook once.
Huh?
Yeah, you gotta put bait on your hook, bud.
What does that even mean?
And I'll just,
How do you not know what bait
he'll
is?
just hold up the hook that has the bait shoved up onto the shaft of the hook because it was in your clothes. Now push over for the fish to bite, they don't just eat metal.
How am I supposed to know what the fish eat in this topsy-turvy wasteland?
Well, did you just say they ate metal?
If you told me they did, I believe you.
Yeah.
Well, they don't. Unfortunately. Now go catch your fish.
I'm done. Y'all got police to get alcohol around here?
Alcohol? Why, we haven't had a drop of liquor in the last 300 years.
No, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
What is Samson just having an existential crisis?
Yes. What?
Yeah, alcohol's a myth. Well, isn't it that stuff that's made from other stuff?
That's That's so
most
big.
things.
I remember my great-great-great-grandpappy used to talk about what alcohol was like.
What? You're kidding me, right?
We got juice, though. You like juice?
Samson's just gonna think to himself, Zanzibar, can you please take me to any other town? Literally any other one.
Samson goes back to the cult town that's being bombed.
Preferably one
what I was
away from the water.
What do I look like? Your delivery service?
Yeah.
You wanted a break? I'm busy. Leave me alone.
Call-ins.
Click.
Samson just gets up and leaves.
And as Samson
Bye.
starts to leave, also, God, this song.
Yeah, I don't know what the bot is doing. I don't know why it does not work with YouTube.
It does work with YouTube because every other song works. It's just this one in particular.
There's no difference between a YouTube link and another YouTube link.
Man, imagine IRL dying to this music.
There, that should solve it.
What'd you do?
I put multiple copies of the song into the queue and then repeated the queue. So now if some error occurs, it's gonna skip that track, but the queue won't empty out because there's not only one song.
Yay!
Because if there's only one song in the queue and you skip it, you functionally delete it from the queue. Because the second the queue's empty, it acts like the queue's been finished, so it stops playing.
Weird.
Not really. Anywho, so Samson starts to walk away. The fisherman reaches into his backpack and he just puts a bottle of what looks to be whiskey into Samson's chest.
What's next? Is this gonna be seawater or something? You trying to indoctrinate me in whatever it is you do?
No! Why ever would I lie to you? I ain't got no reason to lie.
Samson's gonna look at the camera and just be like, is he fucking serious? Alright, so this isn't a dry town. Thank you for this. He's just gonna open up the whiskey and smell it.
Smells like seawater.
Of course it does, and he's just gonna put the cork back on and hand the bottle back to him.
Friend of Zanzibar, you say? Well, I looked like born yesterday, and I'll hand you a real bottle of scotch.
You're right. More so employee. And he's gonna take the bottle of scotch and then smell this one to make sure that it's actually scotch.
It is in fact scotch.